When is the last time I got randomed? I got a random drug test. It's been about a year. Now, drivers that don't get random, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. People always comment on your videos. Oh, you look so high. Like, look at you. You can't even open up your eyes. And I just delete them and block them. I don't entertain it because I know that your job is going to see it. You know what I mean? And it will be nothing for a driver, someone from an old company you might not be best friends with. That will throw a word in someone's ear and try to do you in the worst way, right? Well, yeah, so I started with Stevens. How many random, bro? I'm talking about, I at least got random like 15 times. If I go back through my videos, I can find it, but I probably got random probably like 15 times. And, well, this would make 15. I want to say I was at like 12, though, in like 3 years. Like 12 randoms. 12 random drug tests. You know what I mean? I've heard of people like never even getting one. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of see when you have heard about other drivers that were trainers and they were, trying to set other drivers up for failure. Like, hey man, you want to hit that? No, I don't smoke, bro. Alright, well, you want to go over here and I'm going to pull over to the weed shop. No, I don't smoke, bro. Next trainer, he might run across. Hey, bro, you smoke? No, I don't smoke, bro. Oh, okay. Smoke. Sit back here and play the game. Just let me know. Come across another driver going through the border. Get into Laredo. Hey, man, you smoke? No, I don't smoke, bro. You sure? Alright, well, I'm just gonna put this thing here. We're gonna go through the border. He might run into someone. I'm just talking about a random person. I'm not talking about me. How should I put this? I'm not talking about me in everything that I say. The other driver might roll through a border. You got border dogs. He might have been the Mexican. All the Mexicans. Oh man, you good? Just dog. Man, the dog ain't. How the fuck the dog ain't smell that? You might roll through the border your first time and they tell you to pull over and they want to check the back because you look like you got bodies in the back. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I got random like 15 times and, like 12 times in 3 years, right? So, it's not a big deal because clearly, you know what I mean? I don't smoke. I don't smoke, bro, so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I did just go on vacation. I partied with 3 models all day, and it would have been the time that, I would have done it. Even in orientation, you got guys like, oh man, like, bro, look at your eyes. You must have just wanted to. Your eyes are red, bro. Did you just go take a break or something? Like, no, I'm just tired, bro. Like, you sure? Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that's been happening. That happened a few times at this job for sure, so I'm sure that's not, and it could have just been a coincidence. They might not even know anything. But anyway, yeah, so I get a call, I just know you know, just drugs is a bad idea. You know what I mean? You just shouldn't do it, especially if you're driving. Even if you're an owner operator, you still shouldn't do it because you just shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? To each his own, though. You know. So what happened? So I was driving. Okay, so wait. First, the last video I was talking about, I was like, oh well, you know, I got the guy telling me to run my background check, right? And this was one of the two top companies, or out there for YouTube truckers, right? And after that, I got a call to clean off my mirror because I was watching the camera. Oh, there is a camera in here too. I didn't even know there was a camera in here. Is that a camera or is that a screw? No, I think that's a screw. I think it's a camera though. Yeah. No, that's a screw. That's not a camera. Anyway, yeah. So, a few days go by. I get a call that, hey man, we need you to come by the yard because you gotta go for your 30-day, and I'm like, my 30-day review. It's not anything I can just do over the phone. So okay. Thinking about, I'm like, 30-day review. Okay, I know this is high. I'm not saying that they did this. I'm just kind of rationalizing just a little bit in my head how it could be. So I call him back. I'm like, hey man, like, are y'all planning on, like, bro, like, I'm not just gonna leave your truck somewhere. I'm just hoping that you're not gonna take me to Georgia when my vehicle is in Florida. You know what I mean? You could just get me back to Florida and then we can, He's like, no, it's not like that. No, you good. You just gotta go in for your 30-day review and meet with the boss and all that good stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, I'm like, because I know you wouldn't lie to me, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like, I'll literally, if there was an issue, we could just part ways. I'd rather part ways friends because I know this company has a lot of rules. And, even one of the guys back there told me, quit before you get fired. You know what I mean? Which, because you can, if you, there's a lot of rules with this company. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's just business. You know what I mean? I understand that. So I can see it from his point of view, like, too, like, I can't tell you that you're about to get a random drug test. You know what I mean? That's not something I could tell you. You know what I mean? So I can see it from that way, too. But, yeah, so I get to Georgia, and, I wake up this morning, first thing, I get a call as soon as I get to the yard to meet with the safety guy, and he says, I get a call from a lady, and she says, yeah, you've been selected for a random drug test, so we're gonna need you to go do a drug screen and a alcohol test, drug and alcohol test. I said, and she said, so where are you exactly? I said, I'm in the what do you call it? I'm in the what did I say? The driver's lounge. I'm in the driver's lounge. She's like, okay, wait there. I'm gonna send you some information. Go find this guy, and he's gonna take you to do the drug test. I said, dang, I can't just drive my truck. Yeah, because you could possibly get back in your truck, put something in your system. No, I don't know. I don't know that would work either, to be honest, because you still would have to flush your system, I'm sure. So I'm like, okay, so they really want to make sure. They're like, okay, look, we're gonna get him in the car, take him there, piss test him, alcohol test him, and see it was, because we think he's high. You know what I mean? So I said, okay, so you want me to wait here underneath the camera so the camera can see me at all times? So I don't understand what you're asking me. I said, well, no, I was just curious because I never heard of not being able to drive myself to the drug place. And she's like, oh, no, it's just, that's just how we got to do it. So I was like, okay. So, went in there. I found the dude I was supposed to find. Went and took the drug test, went and took the alcohol test. got back here, then got the call from the company, like, hey man, you just cleared everything. So, when you ready to rock and roll? We rocking and rolling. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's do it.